All right, so a few lessons ago, we talked about something called the destructuring assignment, and we use this with arrays, right? So the destructuring assignment syntax is a JavaScript expression that makes it possible to unpack the values from arrays or properties from objects into distinct variables, okay? Now I'm going to revisit this page here momentarily. This is going to be in the description. I want to just show you the basics, and then I'm going to show you something else, which we'll have a whole lesson on later on. So with the object destructuring, I've already got an object here. It's got a name of mall, okay, and it's got some properties in here. We've got a mallName, okay, then we've got an address, which is going to end up being another object, so you have a nested object here, okay? So there you're going to have the street, the city, the state, and the zip. Then down here we have the anchorStores, which is going to be an array. We have the fast food. So like, let's say this place has a food court. Okay, we just have some values here. And then some restaurants. So these are some sit-down restaurants. So for right now, this is what we have. Now, let's say I'm pulling this data from like a third-party source or something like that. And I just want to figure out what is the mall name, okay? So the old way to do this, or a way that you could do this if you wanted to, I could just do something like, let's say const, let's say the local mall, okay, and I'll just set this equal to, I'm going to go mall.mallName, okay, like this. And if we console.log, so console.log, and I'll do the local mall there, okay, what am I going to get? Well, again, it's just going to go to this object mall, and it's going to find the property with mallName, and the value here is mall of Irvine, okay? So that is what is going to get stored in this variable local mall. So if I pop open the terminal and I run this guy, I'm going to get mall of Irvine as a result, okay? So that's as expected. Now, additionally, let's just take one more of these. Let's say we go const, and I'll say something like anchorStores, okay, like this. I'm going to go mall dot. We have the anchorStores in there, so I'm just going to grab that. Remember, this is going to be an array, right? So this is right here, so this is going to give me an array. I just want to show you this really quickly. We already know what this is going to do, but I'm going to show you an alternative way in a moment. So I'm just going to log the anchorStores. So let me grab that guy, and let's pop this open and clear this and run this. And again, you get the mall of Irvine, and then you get your anchorStores, which is an array. Okay. So to destructure objects, let me just clear this out real quick. To destructure the objects, we're just going to use the curly braces, okay, just like when we create objects. So I'm going to start off with the const, okay, and I'm going to use some curly braces here. And then I'm going to first provide some variable names that exactly match the property names, okay, from the properties that we're grabbing, okay? You don't need to manually skip anything like with arrays because these are unordered, right, when you think about an object. So if I come up here, if I want the mall name, I'm just going to specify mall name. Okay, that is the property name. And I'll show you how to rename this in a moment, but for right now, let's just use mall name. And then let's again go with anchorStores. So we have anchorStores there. So I want to exactly match that property name. So I'm going to go anchorStores like this, okay? And then I'm going to set this equal to the name of the object that I want to get this from. So again, this is called mall up here. So I'm just going to type mall. That's all I'm going to do, okay? So very similar to when we worked with destructuring with arrays. So let's go ahead now and console.log, again, the mall name. And let's copy this and do one for the anchorStores. So let's go anchorStores like this. Let's pop this back open and clear this, and we'll run this, and you get the exact same thing, okay? So just an easier way, a shorter way to do the same thing. Okay, so let's close this, and let me talk to you about renaming stuff. In most cases, you're going to find this very useful if you're working with, let's say, a third-party API. Okay, so you make an API call, you need to retrieve some data as an object, okay, and you want to grab the values and then assign these values to your own variables. You probably don't want to keep the property names as variable names. You want your own, right? So to change things up, we're just going to use a little colon, okay? So instead of mall name, which is exactly the name of the property, I'm going to put a colon there, and then I'm going to specify my own variable, okay? So I could call this like the local mall or whatever you want to do. Put whatever you want, doesn't matter. So for the anchorStores, let me go ahead and put something like maybe stores array or something like that. So now what happens is I have taken the value from this mall name guy, okay, and stored it in the local mall. I've taken the anchorStores guy and stored it in the stores array. So if I try to console.log these guys right now, it's not going to work anymore, right? Because basically mall name doesn't exist and anchorStores doesn't exist because I've changed the variable names. So what I want to do here is call this local mall, okay? And what I want to do here is call this the stores array. Okay. So now this is going to give me the exact same result. So let me pop up in the terminal and run this, and you just get the mall of Irvine, and again, your array of the anchor stores. Okay, now I showed you in the lesson on destructuring arrays about something called the rest pattern. Okay, I didn't call it that, I just said 3 dots. We are specifically going to talk about this rest pattern and rest parameters and also the spread operator. I'm going to go all through that here very shortly. For right now, you need to understand, if I was to put a comma here, and let's go ... you can call this rest, you can call it whatever you want. What it's going to do is going to collect all of these guys that aren't involved in the destructuring here. So right now I just have the mallName. Okay, so this property right here is going to be involved, and the anchor store is going to be involved. Okay, everything else is going to get wrapped up into a new object, which is going to have a name of rest. So if I go down here and I console.log this rest guy here, let me go ahead and pop this open and clear this and run this. So first you get the mall of Irvine, then you get the anchor stores array, okay, so basically those two, and then you get a new object, okay, that's called rest. So this has everything that wasn't involved. So you got your address, you got your fast food, your restaurants, okay? So this is something that we'll go way more into detail on later on. For right now, if you want to go to this page and read about it, you'll see down here on this page where it says rest and object destructuring, okay? We have all this stuff, and you see where they have let, we have the A and the B, okay? And they're matching up. So this A here is going to match up with this. They're assigning it a value of 10. The B here is matching up. They're assigning it a value of 20, okay? So A is going to be 10, B is going to be 20. And then you see ... the rest. So this is the rest pattern here that we'll talk about again. So it's going to grab C and D, okay? So what's not involved there. So when you see the rest, it's a new object with C and D involved. Okay. So let's get rid of this, and I'm just going to stick with what we have up there. I'm going to show you one additional thing here. So we've already seen the case where we sometimes want to put a default value in for something, okay? If you're working with a third-party API, you have no idea what's going to come back sometimes. So you might want to say something like, let's say we do kids stores, okay? Right now we know we don't have a property with the name of kids stores, and I'm going to call this kids stores array like this, okay? So right now, if I try to log this to the console, it's going to be undefined, right? Because it doesn't exist. So if I come in here and let's say we go kids stores array like this, again, if you go back through this object, there's no kids stores array in there. If I did something like console.log mall.kids stores array or kids stores or whatever it is, if it's not in there, you get undefined, okay? Here, we come down here and we're looking for a property on that object mall where the kids stores is the property name, right? Doesn't exist. So we're going to get undefined. So we pop this open and clear this. And let's go ahead and run this. And again, you get mall of Irvine, you get the anchor stores, and now you're getting this undefined here, okay? So let's come down here and just specify a default value. So we're just going to put equals, and then we're going to put an empty array there. And I'm going to show you on this one, okay, let's put over here, I'm going to put equals and an empty array here. Because something is coming back for this anchor stores guy, okay, so which ends up being the stores array after we rename it, it's going to overwrite this empty array. Okay, so if we pop this open now and clear this and we run this, you see that in this particular case, it overwrote the empty array, right? Because we had something coming back. In this case, nothing came back, right? We had undefined, so we just get the default value that we specified. Okay, so the last thing I want to do for this video, and I'm going to give you another video where I talk specifically about working with functions with this. I want to talk about destructuring with the nested objects, okay? We saw destructuring with nested arrays, and basically for this, you just need to match the syntax. When you first start doing it, it's ultra confusing, okay? So you just want to take your time and try to match the syntax. So let me start off with something new. So I'm just going to go const, and I'm going to start with, let's say, the mall name again, okay? And you can call this whatever you want. Let's say we call it the local mall again. And then let's go with the anchor stores, or actually this time, maybe we'll go with fast food. Okay, so let's go fast food like this. And maybe we call this the quick food. You don't have to rename stuff. I'm just renaming it to give you some practice. And let's deal with one that's nested. So if you notice the address here, this is going to be nested, right? So you have another object involved here, okay? So basically you want to match this syntax. So I would grab this, but then I would want a colon and then also to open up some curly braces. So let's go ahead and do something like address, okay? I'm going to put a colon and open up some curly braces there. So inside of that, you have your properties, right? So you have your street, you have your city, and you have your state and your zip. So now I'm just going to write it like I did up here, okay? No difference. So I'm going to go street, and then I'll maybe put street address. Again, it's completely optional to rename this. I'm just doing this so you get practice. I'm gonna do the city, and let's go city name. I'm gonna do the state, and let's go state. I'm just gonna call it state name, although it's really a state abbreviation. It's probably too long to write that. Let's go zip, and let's go zip code like this. And I think that's pretty much it, right? So let's set this equal to the mall guy. And then if you want to look at these guys individually, you can. But what I'm going to do is just make a little statement for us, okay? And actually, we could just think about it as like a little promo for the fast food restaurants that we have. So I'm just going to reference fast food, which we know is an array, right? If we go to fast food, it's an array with these values. So I have the for each method I can use. So I'm going to go quick food, which is the name of this guy. Remember, I renamed it to this, okay? And then I'm going to go dot for each, so dot for each, and I misspelled that. And then inside of there, what do I want to do? So again, you can use an anonymous function. At this point, I'm just going to use an arrow function. So I'll just call each one of these individually a store, or maybe a fast restaurant. Let's just call it element so we don't get lost. And then I'm going to point my arrow here, and I'm just going to log to the console a simple little message for each one saying, hey, come visit us, okay? So I'm going to say come visit, and then $ curly braces. I'll just call this element, or actually this is kind of bothering me, so let's just call this food. How about that? So come visit, and this is going to be food here. And again, this is just each element as you're looping through. So the first time through, for fast food, it's going to be Panda Express. Then it's going to be Subway, then Burger King, okay? So come visit, in this case, let's say Panda Express. We'll say located inside of, we'll do the mall name, which we called the local mall. Okay, we got to make sure we got the variables right. And then I'll put maybe like an address. So our address is, and then I'll do, maybe I should put a new line here. So new line, and then the street address. And then you probably want a new line after that. We'll do the city name, okay? We'll put a comma. We'll put the state name, which again is just the abbreviation, the letters. And then we'll do the zip code. So the zip code, okay, like this. And maybe I want to put a little exclamation point here to kind of beef that up a little bit. And you can maybe put some emojis in this guy right here. So maybe you could put like Chinese food there. So let's see if we have that Chinese food. Let's just put chicken. They have Chinese food chicken. So let's do that. And then for Subway, let's do maybe like a sandwich. So let's do a sandwich. So we have that. And then for Burger King, let's do like a hamburger. Okay, hamburger. So let's come down here now. I think we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and run this. So we get come visit Panda Express, located inside of Mall of Irvine. Our address is, you get the 555 Main Street in Irvine, California, 92620. And again, you get the rest for Subway and Burger King, the same